All right, continuing part 2 of the DCEU casting choices. So we got Grace Caroline as Miss Marvel, and we are going to put her straight into Supreme. I know the picture for her here shows that the adult version of her was the one from the first one. In Shazam 2, she just played herself adult version. She is such a damn good casting for this character, and honestly, I just think one of my favorite parts about the Shazam world so far. I don't really care about anyone else too much other than her. I would even be okay if she got her own show. I think she does the job very well. There are other characters in the DC universe as well that I think she could do a really good job with if she doesn't maintain her job as Mary Marvel, but regardless, this is an S choice for me. Lauren Cohen as Martha Wayne, another S choice for me. That is perfect. When I see Martha Wayne, I see someone like her. I knew that if we, for some reason, needed more of Martha Wayne in the future, she would kill it. Samir from Wonder Woman. I'm going to put him in the great option simply because he is the best of Wonder Woman's little band of brothers there. He knew exactly what to bring to the table for this character. He's comedic when he needs to be comedic. He's serious when he needs to be serious. He is one of the most fun characters to watch in that Wonder Woman film. Lawrence Fishburne as Perry. That's going straight into Supreme. I swear Lawrence Fishburne could play any role and it would go into the S tier for me. I would have never thought of Lawrence Fishburne playing Perry until the day I saw Man of Steel, and I realized that, oh my god, he's killing it. He just brings everything to the table of what you would imagine a directorial manager of a newspaper company would give you. The DCEU's variation of Jimmy Olsen. For some reason, it feels like a lot of people are really butthurt on the fact that this is Jimmy Olsen and the fact that Jimmy Olsen was not used much. I didn't know that we randomly had so many Jimmy Olsen fans conveniently up until a couple of weeks ago. I'm gonna put him in good, and my reason for this is because I don't care about Jimmy Olsen, never have, and honestly never will. I think what they did with his variation in this universe suited the story well. It brought forth what was happening in the very particular scene, and I thought the guy did a good job with what he was given. Next up, you have Colonel Hardy from Man of Steel. That's going up into great. I don't care that other people probably could have gotten away with doing this role just as good as him. That line he has to Feora where he recites her own line back to her. A good death is its own reward. What a good scene that is. The way he makes Feora look in disbelief like, oh my god, I'm about to die. Just such a good moment, and he captured the character well. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. We're going to throw that up in Supreme as well. The thing about her is that when she was first casted, I didn't fully know how to feel. If this was a tier list 7 years ago and she was just casted, I would maybe be throwing her in good. I thought she had the appearance, she could potentially have the demeanor. I didn't know about her acting skill to bring to the character. I also just kind of felt like there could have been other people who could have played her. But after seeing her on screen and seeing what she's been able to do for Wonder Woman in about 4 movies now, it's an S tier ranking. So here comes Darla from the Shazam family. I'm gonna put her in good. I think the little girl is good at acting as young, naive, and poppy. And I think Megan Good, who plays the older version of her, is also really good at mirroring that performance from the young girl. Patrick Wilson as Ocean Master. That's going into S. I will never forget when Aquaman was first announced to be getting his own movie. Nobody was attached to the project. I specifically said they should get Patrick Wilson as Ocean Master. I never thought they were actually gonna do it, but they did it. And we see why he's such a good Ocean Master. Look at that, another S tier. Jeremy Irons. The minute they casted Jeremy Irons as Alfred for Batman vs. Superman was the minute I knew I was going to like that movie. And Jeremy Irons has already portrayed Alfred so well, he has become my favorite Alfred in history. Movies, games, cartoons, comic books, I don't care. Jeremy Irons is my Alfred. Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang, I think that is a great option as well. It's almost gotten to the point where when I think of Captain Boomerang, he's actually the guy that comes to mind. It's almost as if he did choose to read Captain Boomerang comics and literally just go panel for panel. The only thing that's different about him is his costume. It's a little more modern day looking, but yeah, great option. Next up, Wizard Shazam, we're gonna put him in okay. As good of an actor as he is, which he's really good, they do a lot of things for his character that make him really cheesy. Whenever he comes on screen, I always find myself being like, I might not like this scene. Because of that, I'm gonna put it in okay. Connie Nielsen as Hippolyta, I'm gonna put her in great when she's on screen, when she's delivering her dialogue, when she's simply just acting as Hippolyta. She does prove that she's a really good queen of Themyscira, so great it is. She is one of the few people I look at a character and I say to myself, you are that character, and for me, she is Feora. Amy Adams as Lois Lane, I'm gonna put her in good. Certainly wouldn't be the person I would have chose for Lois Lane. I do think overall, like 70 to 80% of the time, I like her when she's on screen. I think Amy Adams understands Lois. I think she knows how to fit the mold of that type of character. But you know, it's not the absolute best performance in the world. It's not the best Lois Lane I've ever seen in my life. I just think it's good. And then here comes your next S. And honestly, I'm gonna slide him right at the very front of S. Superman. Supreme. S tier. Henry Cavill was perfectly casted as this character. It will never not bother me that we aren't getting more of him. It will never not bother me that Warner Brothers completely wasted his talent. It will never not bother me that to this day we never got a sequel to his movie. It will never not bother me. He is my Superman, and to be honest with you, I don't know if there's going to ever be anyone in the future who will be able to capture Superman the way he did for me. S to the power of infinity tier for Henry Cavill. We're just hitting some S's right now. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne. Perfect casting. I don't know if you can get much better than that. There are, of course, other people who can play that role, but I mean, this is as perfect as it comes. Same thing with Lauren as Martha Wayne. We don't see too much of them, but in that minimal scene, we do already feel the emotional impact and how they understand how to act as Martha and Thomas, who are both in the midst of dying. This is another situation we were robbed from by Warner Brothers. No Thomas Wayne Batman in a Flash or Flashpoint type movie. Really unfortunate. Ross Butler and Ian Chen as Eugene Choi from the Shazam family. I'm going to put this in okay. I think Ian, the kid, is pretty good, but Ross as a Shazam character, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's certainly just there. There's nothing more to it. Holly Hunter, Senator Finch. I will put her in good as well. Playing a senator type figure clearly came pretty easy to her. The Chief from Wonder Woman, I'll put him in good as well. There's not much to say about this one. I got no falters or no complaints about this acting choice. Joe Morton as Silas Stone. We're gonna throw him in the great tier because he was great. He captured playing a father of a man who was now all mechanical, all technological, and also dealing with his son's new way of life and losing his wife. He played a Star Labs genius just as well as he played a father trying to make up for some of his mistakes. Viola Davis, Amanda Waller, straight into the S tier. That is another situation of a person who has played a character so damn well. I don't really know who else could play that role at this moment. I'm sure there's someone out there, but I am in no rush to change it. Okay, the Captain Marvel version of Pedro. I'm forgetting the kid's name, but the adult is DJ Cortona. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta put this in bad. To me, it's a soulless performance. I feel nothing from either of them when they're on screen, especially the kid. Sometimes it feels like he doesn't even want to be there. Now, I don't know how much of this is script and character development wise. I don't know how many people know this, but at one point, that guy, DJ Cortona, was supposed to play Superman in George Miller's Justice League movie back in like 2008, 2009. I wonder how that would have turned out. Ezra Miller as the Flash. I am going to do okay. In my opinion, not an acting choice I would have gone with. I think there are moments where he plays Barry really well. There are then moments where he plays Barry really poorly. Overall, the casting choice of Ezra Miller and his performance as the character just simply leaves me like, it is what it is. If I really do find myself in a situation where I'm not enjoying them, there are 5 other characters there that I can sink my teeth into and enjoy over him. Charlie from Wonder Woman, another member of her little band of brothers. I'm gonna throw him in good. Once again, just like the Chief, he's a good character to develop the group of characters they found themselves in, and I think he did a good job with what he had. Okay, Journey Smollett as Black Canary. I will throw her in good as well. Once again, not the person I would have casted as Black Canary, but I really have no problem with it because when I see her on screen, it's not too bad. We just need to see more from her, and we need to actually see her in the Black Canary form. Even though she's a little bit different of your typical Black Canary we usually see, I think Journey did a good job in giving us a different version of Black Canary. Then you have Rosa Vasquez, the mother of the Shazam family. It's the same thing as the father. I'm just gonna put her in okay. She's just there. Diane Lane as Martha Kent. That's going straight into the S. Fantastic actress, fantastic representation of Martha Kent. Some of her scenes in Man of Steel are so great. I absolutely love that "go to hell" line. And she just takes the chokehold and the throw from a Kryptonian like a boss. When I look at Diane Lane, I see Martha Kent, and when I see Martha Kent, I get Diane Lane. Another S tier. Michael Shannon, General Zod. Oh my God, was it ever good. Not only is, once again, Michael Shannon a brilliant actor, but his take on General Zod was damn near perfect. He might be a Feora situation where I really can't see anybody else taking that role right now. I'm sorry, I can't really tell who this character is right now. It's literally just looking like Billy Idol, so not applicable. Etta by Lucy Davis. We're gonna throw that right up into great. She simply just extracted comic strip for comic strip what Etta is and put it on screen. Willem Dafoe as Vulko. This pains me to do it. I don't want to do it, but I am. This is going in okay as well. Back-to-back okays here with Ewan McGregor and Willem Dafoe. 2 actors who could easily find themselves in Supreme, but were wasted with character potential. This goes the same for Ewan as Black Mask, but with Vulko, I feel like Willem Dafoe should have been casted as someone completely different, somebody that could have actually tested the acting expertise of Willem Dafoe. When I watch him on screen, it's okay, it's fine, it is what it is, but it's nothing above that. Diablo from the Suicide Squad film, I'm actually going to put him in good, and I actually think he is one of the better parts of that movie. This version of Cassandra Cain, oh my god, was it ever terrible? We're putting this in bad. I don't think I need to explain why this interpretation of her was so awful. Bad, bad, bad at the very bottom. Zachary Levi and Asher Angel as Captain Marvel. We are going to put this in okay. I think Asher is really good as Billy, but then you get Zachary Levi, which just lowers him down the scale. And because you see Zachary Levi much more than you see Asher, I can't put him in good right now. Maybe I would change my mind if I made this video a couple weeks ago, a couple weeks from now. I don't know. It's gotta go okay. I thought Zachary Levi did a great job in the first Shazam film, but in the second Shazam film, he just butchered it. Ludendorff from Wonder Woman. We're gonna put him in good, because that's what it is. It was a good performance. And I think Danny Huston did a good job in delivering that. All right, another Aquaman type alien creature here. We're going to put that in not applicable. Cara Delevingne as Enchantress. We're going to put this in poor. I don't think it's straight out bad. There's nothing good about it, but there is a lot more bad that outweighs the good. And I actually think the best parts about her character comes from when she is actually the human side of the character and not the magical side of the character. Lara L, Man of Steel, we're gonna put her in great. When I look at her, I see the mother of a future Superman. And then finally, we are left off with Mercy Graves from Batman vs Superman, where we will put this final character in the okay section. I have no problem with the casting choice. I just somewhat have a problem with the character direction, and I don't think the actress really had to act in that role. There was not much she actually had to do. She's just there. She's not really important to the story in any way. There's nothing about her character that I could cling on to say that is some good acting chops. It's just, it is what it is. Well, there you go, everyone. There is my tier list for all the actors and actresses in the DCEU. So we have 9 non-applicables, 4 bads, 3 poors, 15 okays, 19 goods, 20 greats, and 15 supremes or S tier. So let me know now in the comments below what you think of some of my rankings and where some of these other characters would now rank on your tier list. But that is all I have for you on this one, everyone. So until next time, I will talk to you all very soon.